work and then get back into their final preparations for outdoors and for U.S. outdoors and the World Championships. Oh,
So
2 at
we
once
say
right
hello
there. I love
to
it.
our field. I like it. The introduction for our Pacers as well. There is Yasmin Wright. There is Gina McNamara as well, who was introduced to this crowd coming from Georgetown Running Club. Melissa Mangini, personal best for her twice this year in 2:11 and 2:10 at 800, as she is in this field as well. Natalie Sismas, introduced to the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Anna Connor. And under the lights, Carrie, the weather getting a little bit nicer here in St. Louis as things start to calm down again from a little bit of a hotter day.
Yeah, it's like perfect timing for the sun to go down and for, people to turn it up on the track.
There is Jenn Randall.
Love her story. Works full time as a PT, coming into the sport a little bit later than most, and is running really well.
Susan Ejore introduced to the crowd there. There is Molly Sugro, the fastest American miler indoors. One of 11 U.S. women this year, Carrie, as well, between 4:06 and 4:08 over the 1,500 so far this year.
Yeah, Susan Ejore, too, another great story. We'll get into it a little bit more, but coming here from Kenya, not being a runner. She was not a runner in high school. Sort of found her way into running and has just been pouring it on and running great now, running 4:09 for 1,500, 4:40 for the mile.
And representing HOKA, you just saw Katie Wasserman there a moment ago. There is Alex Teubel. And there is Natalie Cook. We're going to be keeping an eye on her as the entire race unfolds. 4:36 at 1,600. She's top 15 for high school girls milers, but the top 10 list, in order to get there, Carrie, she's got to run 4:37.23 in order to be an all-time U.S. top 10 girls miler. She is very, very quick coming from Flower Mound High School.
Yeah, Katie Follett there too is, we're seeing the next generation with Natalie Cook, and then we're seeing Katie Follett, who's still in it, but is, a mom now and doing different things. So it's pretty cool to see that. And actually, Katie Follett probably raced against Natalie Cook's mom. So maybe could be one that ran against her mom and Natalie Cook. That would be pretty amazing. I used to race against Melissa Cook, Natalie Cook's mom.
That is awesome. Really, really cool as you see the entire field there once again. Carissa Nelson introduced to the crowd as well. A 4:30.1 mile personal best for her. Hannah Hermanson, Valor Track Club. She has run 4:29.81, ran 4:07, 7 national titles in her home country of Sweden, ran 2:02 earlier this season for 800 as well. There is a ton of talent, a lot of speed, lots of runners that are right around 4:30 over a full mile. And Natalie Cook, the high schooler from Flower Mound High School heading to Oklahoma next year, is ready to mix it up with them. 4 trips around the track. St. Louis University High School, a perfect night for running. Our first pro race of the night, the Drury Hotels Women's Miler, is ready to go.
4:30, I think I heard, for that record, which is Amanda Eccleston, which we miss seeing Amanda. She's now coaching and she's not racing professionally anymore. She was such a very consistent runner. But yeah, shout out to Amanda if you're watching. That PR or that record might be, I don't know. I think it's going to be close tonight.
I think so, too. A very fast field that has run right around 4:30, pretty much all of these ladies. You're in a very good group of milers, of 1,500 runners. The Pro Women's Mile, 4:30.06, set last year by Amanda Eccleston, like you mentioned. And everybody bunched up right on the Pacers, right where you want to be. Yasmin Wright with Gina McNamara in there as well, right on schedule through 400.
Yasmin Wright, the first competitor behind the Pacers, just ran 2:08 in April. She's a junior at Wichita State, running unattached right now. She's run 4:45, but I don't think that that's where she can run. I think she's much faster than that, just with showing her leg speed and what she's got going there. But there's Susan Ejore on the inside. Now, this is a woman I think we need to watch. She's a 4:09 1,500-meter runner. She was fourth in the NCAAs in 2019 at the 800, but I do think she's a true talent, and she's figuring out this sport as she goes. She hasn't been running for that many years.
Yeah, really high ceiling. Competed for Monroe Junior College in New York City, transfers to the University of Oregon, now training with Cascadia Elite, a big-time talent at the mile as well as the 800, a 2:02 personal best for her in that event. You've also got Molly Sugro of Track Smith right on the outside shoulder of Ejore. And there is Natalie Cook right behind Ejore and Sugro in a perfect position.
Yep, they are building up, though, to be a kicker's race here. You can see that they came through a little slower than they maybe thought they were going to be, but that's okay. You know, there's enough athletes in this field that are so strong to wind this pace up. They don't have to necessarily be right on PR pace to be able to find and to get that grit that they need to PR. So we're seeing some people move now. The Pacers are starting to move out, and now is what we're going to see. Are we going to see someone press or settle in and just set this up to be a kicker's race or a race for the win? I think we're starting to see someone push.
And the 7-time national title winner from Sweden is going to make her way to the front of this group. Hannah Hermanson with Molly Sugro as well. Susan Ejore is in there. Natalie Cook, the high school standout, is in the mix too. Alex Teubel from Track Smith has a shot at this thing. It is going to be a big final 400, 3:28 unofficially at the bell.
They're thinking about how to qualify for USA's, how to qualify for the World Championships. Right now they need to run, I believe, 4:05 to qualify for the USA Championships, and that time is on the mind, I am sure. There's not that many opportunities to hit that time as we see these two Track Smith athletes take off.
Alex Teubel to the front. Here comes as well Jenn Randall into the mix, but it is Teubel followed by Ejore. Track Smith and Cascadia Elite represented here inside the final 150 meters. The crowd will rise as one and make some noise, and they are greeted by Susan Ejore, the former Oregon Duck, followed by Teubel. Randall in third. Ejore will win in an elite field of milers in 4:32. And now we watch the clock for where Natalie Cook finishes as well.
There she is, 4:42 unofficially. So yes, these athletes going through trying to run hard, looking at how they come through that 1,500 meters, as I was talking about. Not this race obviously will not qualify them for the USA Championships, but knowing how close they were, trying to run a fast mile, that's what it takes to get your mind ready to run in your final attempts to try to qualify for those big national meets. And they did that tonight. You could see they were pushing hard. The clock is on their mind, but also the wind is on their mind. It's going to be interesting to see how their championship seasons play out.
Ejore, the great final kick to take it inside the final 100. Here's another look.
Yeah, pushing hard in that last 100 meters. Teubel really took it that last 400, pushed the first 200 of the final 400 really hard, and that's where you saw Ejore come up on her shoulder, almost sit for a second, and prepare to get in that final sprint phase, which she did with 150 meters to go. 4:32. Very good time. They have to walk away with a lot of confidence. Close to that record, but Amanda Eggleston's record is going to stand.
63.11 for Susan Ejore in the final 400, followed by Teubel in 63.6 on the final quarter mile. Jenn Randall rounding out the top three. Two runners from Cascadia Elite will stand on the podium, be introduced to the crowd here in St. Louis. Took 4:33.8 to get you on that podium for Randall, second for Teubel in 4:32.72. But your winner in the Drury Elite Women's Mile, Susan Ejore, 4:32.33.
Let's all have the three of you get on the top podium.
So one final picture as that podium gets a little bit more crowded.
Wonderful.
Ah, it's a cute picture. Jenn Randall is
Love it.
having such a phenomenal year as well. She does so much when you see an athlete work full time, train this hard, and she's got so much love for her teammate there. It's pretty cool.